What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the Neighborhood Podcast. One of the hosts of the podcast, my name is Kyle Dabro, and in today's segment, we're going to go over the comments that Aaron Rodgers recently made about the wide receiving core that the Packers are going to field this season. It's safe to say that there's been some changes within the Packers wide receiving core this offseason. Obviously, the biggest name to come to mind is Devontae Adams going to the Las Vegas Raiders this offseason. And when you look at the wide receiving core that the Packers have, they have a couple household names like Sammy Watkins and Randall Cobb. But then after that, it does start to drop off pretty quick. You do have Alan Lazard, who might be the third wide receiver on this depth chart. And then guys like Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, Amari Rodgers. And then there's a handful of receivers after that. And Rodgers, in one of the, post-practice press conferences, had some words to say about the receiving core with the Packers. And basically, it was of the mindset that the receivers were making mental mistakes, weren't lining up in the right spots, weren't running the right routes. Pretty indicative of a young wide receiving core at this current moment in time, just a couple weeks into the preseason. So, Kevin, to kick this one to you, do you think that Aaron Rodgers was right to make the comments that he made about the wide receiving core that the Packers have?
I think that Aaron Rodgers is digging himself an early grave. I mean, these are the people that are supposed to be your biggest cheerleaders. These are the people that make you look good. These are the people that are going out there and trying their damnedest and their hardest. So I'm looking at it and I'm saying, well, you know what? They're young. And Aaron Rodgers already has a pretty solid reputation for being someone that is kind of selfish. He has been rumored to be kind of very to himself, all about him, kind of ripping teammates on the sideline, on the field. So I'm not too surprised he made this comment. But when you look at the receiving room outside of Sammy Watkins and Randall Cobb, who really is there? For you to publicly critique a young receiving core that is already kind of like, I don't want to say insecure, but nervous. They have a lot of pressure with playing with one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Behind Randall Cobb, who couldn't stay healthy last year. We're talking about Sammy Watkins, who hasn't been able to stay healthy relatively his entire career. So you're leaning on the shoulders of a bunch of unrestricted free agents, draft picks, and Christian Watson. How are they supposed to build trust in you? How are they supposed to build confidence when you damn well know Aaron Rodgers is ripping them in practice? You know the coaching staff is ripping them. And I'm not saying this because these men can't handle it. I'm not saying this because they're soft. I'm saying this because Aaron Rodgers already has that reputation of being such a hard ass. If you go and alienate them by shit-talking them to the media, that's not a good look. You're literally bashing them for trying their hardest. Now, I get it. Mistakes happen. Frustrations happen. It's practice. It's better to fuck up in practice than it is to go out there in the games. But, dude, there's got to be a line drawn somewhere. You have to be able to say, mistakes were made. We're going to work on it. You don't got to go into detail, basically making it sound like they don't even know how to do their jobs. There's a fine line of, critique and being a dick. And I think that Aaron Rodgers was really flirting with that line because I don't think the comments were necessary. I feel like he wanted to prove a point and let them know, like, I'm not going to shy away from you guys messing up, but I also want to put everybody on notice that this receiving core isn't what I have, almost like covering his own ass. But I don't know what to say, man. It's just, at this stage in your career, you would expect better from a veteran. You would expect better from one of the better quarterbacks in this league. And yet Aaron Rodgers is out here bashing his receiving core before the season even starts. I don't think it's a good look whatsoever.